This is Mr. Roy, and here is some interesting tidbits from the Bible. In 1 Samuel chapter 28, King Saul was about to lead the Israelites into battle against the Philistines. But when the Philistine army comes up and Paul sees how big they are, he is terrified. And so he tries everything he can to get in touch with God. But because of Saul's disobedience, God had abandoned him. He would not respond to him. And so, in desperation, Saul asks the people around him, does anybody know where there's a medium at? Now, he himself had outlawed that practice in Israel, but there were still a few lurking around, and one person in his party said, yes, there's one in Endor. Now, I have no idea if that Endor has any correlation to the Endor in Star Wars, but I still find that absolutely awesome that the name is there. Anyway, King Saul disguises himself and he goes to visit this medium, or in some versions of the Bible, she's called a witch, at Endor. And he tells her, I want you to bring up the prophet Samuel. Now, she knows what King Saul has said about bringing up spirits or practicing that. And she says, I can't do that. You know, the king will kill me. And he said, I can assure you the king is not going to kill you for this. So she begins whatever ceremony she needs to bring the spirit up. But all of a sudden, when she sees the spirit coming up, the Bible says she cried out in a loud voice. So basically that means she screamed at the top of her lungs. Why did she do that? Personally, I think it was because that's the first time she ever saw an actual spirit responding to her. The rest of the story is not so great. Samuel does come up. He tells Saul, tomorrow's not going to be a good day for you and your sons. The Philistines are going to kill all of you, and they're going to take over Israel. The cool and interesting fact that I find in there is that here's a witch, and the first time she encounters a spirit, she is absolutely terrified by it. I find that to be a very cool and interesting tidbit from the Bible. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed day.